Good evening, JC's distinguished guests, my dear friends and participants. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome each one of you to another enriching edition of India Incredible, the story of real India. Every state reflects a different dimension of India. Some preserve history, some inspire spirituality, some showcase nature on its purest form. Tonight we journey into the lap of the Himalayas to Uttarakhand, affectionately known as Devabhumi, the land of the gods. Carved from the Himalayan ranges, the state is renowned for its sacred rivers, ancient temples, dense forests, snow-capped peaks, and extraordinary biodiversity. It's home to the Char Dham, the origins of the Ganga and Yamuna, and some of India's most spectacular wildlife and adventure destinations. From the spiritual serenity of Kedarnath and Badrinath to the untamed wildness of Jim Corbett National Park, Uttarakhand reminds us that nature is not merely to be admired, it is to be respected and protected. Tonight is not merely about exploring a state, it's about discovering how faith, forests, mountains, and human resilience come together to create one of India's greatest treasures. Let us begin our journey through Uttarakhand, the wilderness that breathes. Uttarakhand is beautifully combined spirituality, ecology, adventure, and culture. It represents the sacred origins of river Ganga and Yamuna, making it one of India's holiest regions. The world famous Char Dham pilgrimage Yamunotri, Gangotri, Care City with national parks including Jin, Kobat, Rajaji, Valley of Flowers, and Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve. Adventure tourism through trekking, skiing, rafting, mountaineering, camping, and wildlife exploration. The unique cultures of the Garhwal and Kumaon regions celebrated through folk traditions, music, festivals, and warm hospitality. A living example of harmony between people and the Himalayan ecosystem. It teaches us that true progress comes when development respects nature, culture, and spirituality. Its lesson is simple. The strongest leaders protect what cannot be replaced. Every inspiring journey deserves a thoughtful guide. Tonight, we are privileged to welcome a dynamic trainer, wellness professional, and passionate educator whose work reflects the perfect balance between leadership and personal growth, holistic well being. She's a JCI national trainer, ICI certified, and ISTD certified trainer, a wellness and prenatal yoga coach, and the founder of Shiksha Pro. With over 10 years of experience in holistic development, emotional wellness, and personality transformation, she has empowered individuals through mindful learning and purposeful growth. Her core areas of expertise include leadership development, emotional wellness, stress management, personality development, public speaking, team building, self reflection, and emotional intelligence. She is also widely recognized for designing impactful learning modules such as Fusion Flow, Power Play, and the Inner Circle, along with her prenatal wellness series. A lifetime member of the Indian Society of Training and Development, she has addressed numerous corporate, educational, and community leadership forums while actively supporting educational and wellness initiatives for underprivileged children. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm JCA welcome to tonight's distinguished trainer, JCA national trainer, ISTD certified trainer, founder Shiksha Pro, JC Pooja Bakliwal Jain. We eagerly look forward to learning about the breathtaking landscape, sacred heritage, rich biodiversity, and inspiring spirit of Devbhoomi through your presentation. On behalf of JC Tripurayar, it's our privilege to invite you to lead today's session on Uttarakhand, the wildness that breathes. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, sir. A very pleasant evening to one and all. Respected President of JCI Tripurayar, distinguished office bearers, esteemed trainers, respected JCI members, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskaram, namaste. It gives me immense pleasure and privilege to be with all of you this evening. My heartfelt gratitude to the entire JCI Tripura family for inviting me to be the part of this wonderful session once again. A very special word of thanks to JC Sitesh Sasidharan for his trust, encouragement, and excellent coordination. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share the beauty of one of India's most inspiring states. Before we begin, can we all give a big round of applause to the entire organizing team of JCI Tripura for putting together this wonderful program? I have a small question. How many of you love traveling? You can just give a thumbs up in your reaction. How many of you love traveling? Okay. How many
I love.
Yes. How many of you have visited Uttarakhand? Okay. And how many of you wish to visit someday?
Yeah, I wish to visit someday.
Thank you, sir. I think by the end of today's session, every hand will go up and there will be a lot of thumbs up. Since we are in beautiful Kerala, let me begin with a small comparison. Kerala is proudly known as God's own country. Today we are traveling to another land that is equally revered, Devbhumi, Uttarakhand, the land of gods, two beautiful states, one blessed with Arabian Sea and the other embraced by the mighty Himalayas. One known for its backwaters, the other for its sacred rivers. Yet both are united by nature, spirituality, hospitality, and incredible culture. Today, this is not a PowerPoint presentation. Today, this is journey where no passport, no railway ticket, no boarding pass, just your imagination. So, are you all ready to travel to the beautiful journey of Uttarakhand? Can we have a little bit of yes in the chat box or maybe a thumbs up as your reaction? That is what, whenever I ask anything, please be attentive so I don't feel like I'm alone in the session. So please give the reaction so we feel that we are together. Let's start with a simple riddle or maybe a question. Listen carefully. I have no voice, yet millions pray to me. I never stop, yet I never become tired. I begin in the Himalayas and I give life to millions. Who am I?
Will you please repeat again?
Sure. I have no voice, yet millions pray to me. I never stop, yet I never become tired. I begin in the Himalayas and I give life to millions. Who am I?
Is it Ganga River?
Exactly. So today we'll discover where Mother Ganga begins her incredible journey. India is not just a country, it is a living museum. Every state has its own language, its own food, its own festivals, its own clothing, its own music, its own identity. Yet together we proudly call it the incredible India. And today's destination is Uttarakhand. So, incredible India, Uttarakhand, the land of gods. Look at the picture carefully. If I ask you if I ask you to describe this picture in one word, what would that be?
Beautiful.
Anyone wants to more reply? Anything else? Yes, maybe we come up with random answers. Maybe we come up with beautiful random answers. Any more?
And we can say also it's a paradise.
Yes. Peace, nature, mountains, faith, beautiful, adventurous, wonderful. Yes, all these answers are correct because Uttarakhand is all of these together. It is a place where every sunrise begins with hope. It is a place where every sunrise brings hope. Every mountain teaches humility. Every river tells a story. Every temple echoes centuries of devotion. People don't simply visit Uttarakhand, they experienced it. You can see in the picture, this is Kedarnath. one of the 12 sacred Jyotirlingas of Lord Shiva. Thousands of devotees undertake a challenging trek every year. But interestingly, most pilgrims says the destination is beautiful, but the journey changes you forever. Isn't life exactly like that? Sometimes the journey teaches us much more than the destination. This breathtaking valley is the Valley of Flowers. You can see the beautiful flowers in the image. A UNESCO World Heritage Site. During the monsoon, more than 600 varieties of flowers bloom here. Imagine nature paintings an entire valley with its own colors. And here flow the Mother Ganga. You can see the water flowing. The Ganga is not simple a river. She is faith, she is purity, she is life. Let's imagine something. Suppose I gift one lucky person here a fully sponsored 5-day trip to Uttarakhand. Which one would you choose? Pilgrimage, adventure, wildlife, yoga, photography, or simply sitting beside Ganga with a hot cup of tea? That's exactly why Uttarakhand attracts every kind of traveler. Throughout today's session, we'll remember Uttarakhand using every letter of its name. Let's begin with the letter U. Who can tell me what U stands for? Let me tell you. It's U for UNESCO. Today we'll discover UNESCO sites found in Uttarakhand. Now, what does T stand for?
T for travel.
Near about, but here T stands for temples. There is a reason this state is called Dev Bhumi. Let's discover it. Why is Uttarakhand called the land of gods? Let me move to our next slide to know more about it. Nobody officially declared Uttarakhand as Devbhumi. People did. Because for thousands of years, saint meditated here, pilgrim traveled here, rivers originated here, temples were built here, and faith flourished here. There are the sacred Char Dham. You can see in the picture the Yamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath, Badrinath. For countless devotees, completing the Char Dham Yatra is not merely tourism. It is spiritual journey. Haridwar welcomes millions every year. If you have ever witnessed the evening Ganga Aarti, you will know why people call it magical. Thousands of lamps, the sound of bells, sacred chants, and the flowing Ganga. It is truly unforgettable. Just a little ahead is the Rishikesh, known worldwide as the yoga capital of the world. People from more than 100 countries visit Rishikesh every year, not to escape life, but to discover themselves. And here is Hemkund Sahib, one of the world's highest Gurudwara, standing peacefully amidst snow-covered mountain, a symbol of devotion, peace, and perseverance. Here's something many people don't know. The river Ganga actually begins as two rivers, Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. They meet at Devprayag. Only after this sacred confluence does the river officially become the Ganga. Isn't it beautiful? Just like these two rivers, when people come together, they strengthen multiple unity creates greatness, and that is exactly what JCI stands for. How many of you have visited Haridwar? Okay. What about Rishikesh? And yes, so if you haven't visited these places till now, please add it to your bucket list today itself. Now, another letter from the word Uttarakhand, the T temple. Can anyone name one temple from the slide? One temple.
Gangotri.
Gangotri, a lot of up there. Yes. Now we know.
Kedarnath.
Yes. So you can see a lot of temples in the image. Now we know why Uttarakhand is called Devbhumi. But let's understand the state a little more better. Every beautiful journey begins with knowing the destinations. Let's locate Uttarakhand on India's map. It lies in the lap of Himalayas, sharing borders with Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Nepal, and the Tibet Autonomous Region of China. It become it became India's 27th state on 9th November 2000. It has two capitals, Dehradun, the winter capital, Garrison, the summer capital. One fascinating fact about Uttarakhand is India only state where Sanskrit is an official language alongside with Hindi. The High Court is located in the picturesque hillside of Nainital. Let me see how attentive everyone is. Winter capital, it's in the screen. Summer capital, I think everybody is not joining me to.
Winter capital, Dehradun.
Okay, and the official language apart from Hindi, Sanskrit. So, can anyone guess the state bird? Uttarakhand state bird. Can anybody guess? Manoj sir, you said in the description. Okay, no worries. It is the beautiful Himalayan monal, famous for its vibrant, iridescent feathers. We'll meet the colorful bird again in our wildlife slide moving forward. Now, another letter from Uttarakhand is A. What comes to your mind when you listen to the word A? Exactly, adventure. And I promise the next slide is going to make many of you want to pack your bags immediately and run towards it. So far, we have explored Uttarakhand identity, its spirituality, its geography. Now, let's experience what many people call heaven on earth, the breathtaking beauty, the forest, the wildlife, and the majestic Himalaya of Uttarakhand. There is a beautiful saying, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. If someone asked me to describe Uttarakhand in just one sentence, I would say it is where nature smiles and in every season. Just imagine, everybody, just close your eyes for once. Just close your eyes, everybody. Let me take you all to a beautiful journey. You are sleeping. You wake up early in the morning. You open your window, fresh mountain, air touches your face, snow-covered Himalayan peaks, and stands silently before you. The birds are singing. The sound of flowing river fills the valley. No traffic, no voice, no noise, only peace. Wouldn't be that perfect morning? Open your eyes and just let me know who can connect to it. So this is everyday life in many parts of Uttarakhand. This breathtaking place is the Valley of Flowers, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. For a few weeks every year, nature performs its own grand festival here. More than, imagine, 600 species of flowers bloom together, painting the valley in countless shades of pink, yellow, blue, purple, and white. It's like nature become its own artist. The next is standing proudly before us is the Nanda Devi, India's second highest mountain. For centuries, local communities have worshipped this majestic peak as a symbol of strength and divinity. The next is the Jim Corbett National Park, India's first national park established in 1936. It is one of the finest places to spot the Royal Bengal tiger in its natural habitat. Moving forward is the Uttarakhand is also home to some of India's rarest wildlife. Himalayan monal, alpine dust deer, snow leopard, Himalayan black bear, over 175 rare bird species. Imagine one state, mountains, forest, lakes, wildlife, glaciers, everything together. Let's vote. If I give everyone a free holiday, who would you choose? A jungle safari, a mountain trekking, valley of flowers, watching sunrise over the Himalayas? What would you choose?
Valley of Flowers.
Valley of Flowers. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, there are a lot of responses in the chat box. Oh, lovely. Okay. So, everybody, we can say a jungle safari, a mountain trek, a wonderful place where we can go for anything and everything. Again, coming up with a small riddle, please listen to it carefully. I wear white in winter, green in summer. I never speak, yet I teach patience to everyone. Who am I?
You are green in winter and
Yes, we got the answer. Yes, mountain. Perfect. Exactly. Yes, again, I will repeat. I wear white in winter, green in summer. I never speak, yet I teach patience to everyone. That is the mountain. The mountain teaches us one of life's greatest, just a second, teaches us greatest lesson. They never compete with one another. They simply stand tall. What a wonderful leadership lesson. Another letter from the Uttarakhand is R. That is the river. Exactly. Very soon we'll discover where these rivers begin. Nature attracts us, but what makes us pack our bags? Uh, what make us pack our bags are the destinations. Let's visit them. Every place has a personality. Some places calm you, some inspires you, some challenge you, some transform you. Uttarakhand has all of them. One versatile state with lots of things. This beautiful hill station, where you can see in the image, the first image is the Nainital, known as the Lake District of India. The peaceful lake surrounded by hills, making it one of India's favorite holiday destination. Next, Mussoorie, popularly called the Queen of Hills, pleasant weather, beautiful viewpoints, colonial charm. No wonder it has remained a favorite for generations. The next point is Oli. If you love snow, you'll love Oli. India's skiing destination. During winter, it becomes a paradise for winter sports. The next is the Chopta, often called mini Switzerland of India. Imagine endless green meadows beneath snow-covered peaks. Simply magic, isn't it? Now let me share something special. Real travelers don't just visit famous places. They discover the hidden treasures also. Places like Manna village, Harshil, Kanatal, Munisiari, Khirsu, these places are quieter, less crowded, and incredibly beautiful. Suppose I sponsored you a trip. You can choose only one destination. Which one will you choose? Nainital, Mussoorie, Oli, Manna, Chopta. What will you choose? I think the whole group.
Nainital.
Oh, great. So we need a complete tour group. Triprayar, JCI Triprayar, we need a group tour again to Uttarakhand, I think so. Do you know Manna village is also known as the last Indian village? Before the Indo-Tibet border, imagine standing there knowing India ends and another country begins. Again, the next letter is A, adventure. Perfect. And that's exactly where we are going next. Who says Uttarakhand is only about temples? It is also India's adventure capital. Whether you love river rafting, camping, bungee jumping, mountain cycling, skiing, wildlife safaris, yoga, or trekking, everything is awaiting for you. This is Rishikesh, the yoga capital of the world. The yoga capital of the world it is. Thousands of visitors from across the globe come here every year. Some arrives as tourists and Some arrives as tourists, many leaves as seekers. The Ganga here isn't just sacred, it is thrilling too. White water rafting in Rishikesh is among the best in India. When winter arrives, Oli becomes a snowy wonderful. Professional skiers from around the world come here to experience slopes. There's a favorite saying among trekkers: the best view come after the hardest climb. Isn't that true for life to do? Every achievements require effort. Every dream demand perseverance. Raise your hand if you have tried an adventure sport in your life. If yes, I would love to know what kind of adventure sports you have done today till now in your life, whether it be bungee jumping, whether it be camping, trekking, anything. We have good 21 participants in the room, and I'm looking forward for 2-3 responses. My question is, raise your hand if you have tried any adventure sports in your life till now. Amazing. If not, I hope one day many of you experience Uttarakhand in this. Yes, Manoj sir.
Yeah, when I was in National Cadet Corps, we have used to trekking in Kerala's small mountains.
Oh, great, sir. I really hope one day you experience Uttarakhand and all the adventures, whatever they are, and all the members also here. Once, please experience this Uttarakhand adventure way.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, moving next from the letter Uttarakhand, the next letter is K. Can anybody tell me what does K stands for in Uttarakhand? Yes, it's Kedarnath. You'll never forget now because we are going with the letters Uttarakhand. Adventure excites us, but culture connects us. Let's meet the people of Uttarakhand in the next slide. What a beautiful slide you can see. Do you agree it is a very beautiful slide? Can I have some reactions for the slide? Not for me, but the slide. Thank you so much. A destination is beautiful because of its people, their tradition, especially their smiles, their celebration, their hospitality. Uttarakhand culture is a beautiful blend of Garhwal and Kumaon. The traditional attire is elegant. You can see it's colorful, perfectly suited to mountain life. Women proudly wear the beautiful pichora, especially during weddings and religious ceremonies, along with the traditional nath and silver jewelry. Men traditionally wear simple kurtas, churidars, and cap that reflects the region's heritage. The state celebrates colorful festivals like Harela, Fool Day, Ghi Sanskriti, Basant Panchami, and the magnificent Nanda Devi Jat Yatra. This extraordinary pilgrimage takes place approximately once every 12 years, and it is often called Himalayan Mahakumbh because of its immense spiritual and cultural importance. Traditional folk dance like Cholia, Johra, Langvir Nritya, and Pandava Nritya showcase the joy, bravery, and the traditions of the people. Which festival do you enjoy celebrating the most? My question to all of you, I hope I get a lot of answers for this question. Which festival do you enjoy celebrating the most? Onam, Diwali, Christmas, Eid, Vishu, Holi, whatever, anything. Can I have the answers in the chat box, please? Holi and Diwali. Okay. Diwali. Okay. Thank you. India's beauty lies in this diversity. Different festivals, different tradition, one nation. Uttarakhand letter, next letter, the letter H. Now anybody can tell me what does that H stands for? As for
Holi.
our...
Holi.
No, sir. In Uttarakhand, the H stands for the Himalayas.
Ah.
So we all need to become the Uttarakhand expert at the end of the session. I will try my level best if I can make it out. After seeing the mountains, the temples, the festivals, there is one thing no traveler should ever miss. And that is, can anybody guess what it is? Anybody can guess what is the next thing which a traveler should never miss?
Give us a clue.
Yes, there is one thing no traveler should miss is the food. Because every destination is remembered not only by what we see. Let's move to the flavors of Uttarakhand. There is a beautiful saying, to truly know a place, taste its food. Food is not just about satisfying hunger, it tells us about the climate, the people, their lifestyle, their tradition. The cuisine of Uttarakhand is very simple, yet nutritious, wholesome, and deeply connected to nature. Unlike heavy restaurant food, these meals are prepared with local grains, lentils, mountain herbs, and seasonal vegetables. Here we can have the kafuli, one of the state's most loved traditional dishes made from leafy greens. Chensu and bhat ke chukhani are rich in protein and have been enjoyed for generations. Dubuk and aloo ke gutke are comforting, mountain, delicious, and that every visitor should always try. And no visit is complete without tasting the famous sweets Bal Mithai and Singur. Bal Mithai is especially associated with the Kumaon region and has become one of Uttarakhand's culinary identities. How many of you love trying local foods whenever you are traveling? Do you take the risk to try the local food? If yes, please share me a thumbs up or maybe any reaction, or maybe you can unmute yourself and say.
Yes, ma'am. I like local food, especially street food.
So you're interested in trying the local foods. Okay, great. If, in the chat box also, I can see some responses. Collecting memories is more important than collecting souvenirs, and food creates some of the sweetest memories. Moving forward with the Uttarakhand letter, our next letter is A. And the A is for the authentic food and amazing cuisine. Beautiful places are remembered, delicious food is enjoyed, but great people are never forgotten. Let's now meet the personalities who made Uttarakhand proud. Oh my God, the wall of fame with the pride of Uttarakhand, inspiring India through courage, service, and excellence. Every state is blessed with natural beauty, but what truly defines a state are its people. Uttarakhand is not just a land of mountains, it is a land of heroes. Let me ask you, when I say the word hero, what comes into your mind? Maybe a soldier, a scientist, a sports person, a freedom fighter. Today, you'll find all of them in one place, that is Uttarakhand. We'll go line by line. I'm sharing the names of few of the people in the image, as it will be a long, long list if I go through each and every person. General Bipin Rawat, in India's first chief of defense staff, dedicated his life to the nation. His journey reminds us that truly leadership is built on courage, discipline, and services. Ajit Doval, India's national security advisor, has served the country with quiet determination and strategic brilliance. Govind Ballabh Pant, Bharat Ratna awarded and a freedom fighter. One of my favorite stories from Uttarakhand is the Chipko movement. In the 1970s, when trees were being cut down, villages women led by Gaura Devi hugged the trees to protect them. No weapons, no violence, only courage. Later, environmentalists like Sundarlal Bhaguna and Chandi Prasad Bhatt carried this message to the world. Today, the Chipko movement is remembered as one of the greatest environment movement in the history. The state has also produced outstanding sportsperson like Vandana Kataria, Ekta Bisht, Jaspal Rana and Manish Rawat, providing the determination knows no boundaries. And lovers from the literature will always remember the Summitarian Pant, whose poetry beautifully celebrated the nature. If you could choose just one quality, which could it be? Courage, discipline, service, compassion. If you could choose only one quality, what it could be? It could be courage, discipline, service, or the compassion. Okay. Wonderful. These personality reminds us that greatness begins with ordinary people making extraordinary choices. Now, moving again forward with the word Uttarakhand, the letter N. Can anybody tell me what N stands for here? Manoj sir, you can give a try.
Nature.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, nature, nation. Wonderful. Now, let's remind it as a nation first. Every state also has symbols that reflects its identity. Let's discover Uttarakhand unique identity. Every state has symbols, but Uttarakhand's symbols beautifully represents its rich biodiversity and spirituality. The colorful Himalayas, Munal is the state bird. The shy alpine musk, Drearies is the state animal. The sacred Brahma Kamal is the state flower. The beautiful Buran's tree, known for the vibrant red flowers, is the state tree. Now look at these rivers, the Ganga, the Yamuna, the Alaknanda, Bhagirathi, Mandakini. These rivers have nurtured civilization for centuries. And the 5 sacred confluences known as the Panch Prayag are among the most revered places in the Himalayas. At Dev Prayag, the Alaknanda and the Bhagirathi meet to form the Ganga. 2 rivers, 1 different path, 1 destination. Isn't that also the spirit of JCI? Different professions, different backgrounds, 1 mission, creating positive change. Next, moving forward, the Uttarakhand letter D. Audience, any guesses for the letter D? For the letter D?
Please tell me next letter. D after D.
Okay, the D stands here for the Devbhoomi.
Devbhoomi.
Yes. Let's discover few places that many tourists miss. Give me a second to change the slide. Most travelers visit famous destination, but true explore discover hidden gems. This is Manna village, known as the India's last village before the Indo-Tibet border, as I've already explained before. Imagine standing at the edge of the country surrounded by mountains and timeless traditions. Then comes the mystical Patal Bhuvaneshwar cave, associated with the fascinating legends and natural formations. Dayara Bhugyal and Kalyal top of a breathtaking alpine meadows with the panoramic Himalayan views. And Uttarakhand is also home to prestigious institutes like Indian Military Academy, Forest Research Institute, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, and Nehru Stadium of Mountaineering. These institutes shape soldiers, civil servants, scientists, and mountaineers who serve the nation. Now, let's see how many of you remember few of the things and the amazing facts which we are going to discover in the next slide. This is my favorite slide because every fact surprises us. Let's play quick quiz. True and false you have to write in the chat box, or maybe you can unmute yourself and say it. Uttarakhand is only about temples. True or false?
False.
Okay, correct. It is equally famous for wildlife, education, adventure, conservation, and culture.
True.
Did you know Sanskrit is an official language only in Uttarakhand?
Hindi also.
Yes, it is Hindi also, but for Uttarakhand, Sanskrit is also an official language, which is their language. Valley of Flowers and Nanda Devi are UNESCO World Heritage Site. Ma'am, let's just check you once one more. We have already talked about lot of national things of the state. Without taking any gap, tell me what is the name of the state bird of Uttarakhand? Unmute yourself. We are very less and we can interact here only. So can anybody tell me the name of this state bird? Let me check your memory. Okay, Himalayan monarch. Okay, state flower. Just 2 slides back, we have seen the state flower. Okay, it's Brahma Kamal. Yes. What is what is the yoga capital of Uttarakhand? What is the name of the yoga capital? Rishikesh. Highest Shiva temple, Tungnath. India's last village. I think everybody remember this one. India's last village. It's Manna, the last village where you can see the next country starting just ending up there. Now let's conclude our journey. Why Uttarakhand inspires India? Because it teaches us balance, faith and adventure, tradition with progress, nature with responsibility. It is proudly called the land of soldiers, contributing thousands of brave men and women to Indian armed forces. It promotes organic farming, medicinal herbs, sustainable living, handloom tradition, and local craftsmanship. As JCI members, we also believe in creating positive change. Uttarakhand reminds us protect nature, serve society, respect culture, lead with humility. So, moving forward, thank you so much. It's been good 45 minutes ago. Uttarakhand may have been just another state on the map. Today, I hope it has become a place in your heart, a place of mountains that teach humility, rivers that teach generosity, forests that teach patience, temples that teach faith, and people who teach courage. I leave you with this thought. The mountains remind us that the highest peaks are reached not in one giant leap, but through steady steps, courage, patience, and faith. Is it in a true leadership and in life? On the note, I extend my sincere gratitude once again to the entire JCI Tripura family, that respected to the respected office bearers, and especially JC Satish Sasidharan for the wonderful opportunity, JC Manoj sir for the wonderful uh, uh, introduction of mine. Thank you for your enthusiastic participation, your smile, and your energy. May we continue to explore India, celebrate its diversity, and carry its values into its own lives. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jesse Pooja Bakwal Jain, ma'am, for taking us on a remarkable journey through Uttarakhand. Today's session reminded us that nature is our greatest teacher, spiritually our greatest strength, and conservation our greatest responsibility. From the towering Himalayas and sacred shrines to pristine forests and vibrant traditions, Uttarakhand truly reflects the harmony between humanity and nature. The floor is now open for reflections, questions, and key takeaways from our participants. Participants, you can express your feedbacks now.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, Chairman. Good evening, ma'am. First of all, big thanks to Pooja ji for accepting the invitation. Great session, great slides, beautiful slides, I must say. In the starting, you said that it is not a PPT presentation, but the slides were beautiful. And it's such a great state. It's such a small state, but there is so much packed into the state that's great to explore. I mean, a lot of people joined out of curiosity. Also, a lot of participants joined, so that makes us very happy. And as usual, thank you so much for your support, ma'am. It means a lot. Starting an initiative is one thing, but people buying into it and supporting it it's really great to see. And thank you to Manoj Etan also for chairing. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, I have one doubt. In Uttarakhand, there is two capitals, in one in winter and one in summer. What is the reason for that?
Because it is like what I have scrolled, because even I have been only to few parts of Uttarakhand. It is said that accordingly what place we visit in the season, it is the capital at that time. Like in winters, when you go to the place which you can discover at what time, that is the reason they are given two capitals. What I have
Oh,
scrolled, sir.
okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Then anyone for feedback?
Yes, Shiksha ma'am. I am Hamrajade Prakash from Trivandrum. I will come this platform in first time. Super voice message, super awareness. Thank you, ma'am. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Hema ma'am. Thank you very much. Hope there is no one else to express feedbacks. So we will go to wind up the session. As we conclude today's journey, let us carry forward the lessons of Uttarakhand. Protect nature with responsibility, preserve heritage with pride, live with balance and mindfulness, respect diversity and local traditions, lead with humility, courage, and service. Uttarakhand teaches us that the greatest strength is not found in conquering nature, but in living in harmony with it. May we become leaders who safeguard our environment, honor our heritage, and inspire future generations. May I now invite JC Anju EVM to deliver the vote of thanks. Anju ma'am.
Good evening, everyone.
Bless you, ma'am.
Every edition of India Incredible, the story of real India, depends our appreciation for our national extraordinary diversity and today's journey through Uttarakhand, the wilderness that breath has been truly inspiring. On behalf of JCI Tripurayar, I extended our heartfelt gratitude to JCI Pooja Bakalwal Jain, JCI National Trainer and founder of Natural Beauty, Spiritual Heritage and Ecological Richness of Uttarakhand. Ma'am, your extremist engaging inspirations and thoughtful perspectives has made today's session both meaningful and memorable. My sincere appreciation goes to our presidents to make India Incredible, the story of real India, a platform for celebrating our national unity through its diversity. I also extended my heartfelt thanks to our Secretary JC HGF Anjali Hari, Treasurer JC Srijit Chandran, Vice President Training JFM Kunat Manoj, Program Director and every member of the organizing team whose dedication and teamwork made today's program a success. Finally, my sincere gratitude to every participant. Your enthusiasm and active participation continue to make every session a meaningful learning experience. Thank you all.
Thank you, Anju. Thank you very much, the non-JCI members around here, Hema ma'am and Nachila and Fasila. Thank you very much. Uttarakhand reminds us that the greatest treasures are not built by human hands. They are nurtured by nature, protected by communities, and preserved through responsible leadership. May we continue to respect our environment, celebrate our heritage, and lead with wisdom, compassion, and purpose. India incredible. Know India, feel India, lead India. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू मैम. थैंक यू पूजा जी. आप फिर भी आना चाहिए एक बार. ये नहीं सोचने का कोई आदमी ये जवाब नहीं देगा तो इसको इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, ऐसे मत सोचिए प्लीज.
नहीं सर, मेरा पार्ट था to give the whole view of Uttarakhand and I have done very nicely, sir.
Yes, yeah, of course. You have done it perfectly. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Shiksha ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.